Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today we are going to be looking at this Ryobi tool. It's a glue gun and it's battery driven. If you've been following my channel for any kind of amount of time, or maybe a couple of months or so, you will know that I really like these Ryobi tools, mostly because the batteries are the same for all the tools. So I just have to buy one battery. And that's of course not true, because when you have a battery driven tool, you actually need at least 2 batteries, and then you get 3 and 4. But you can use all the batteries for the same tools, and that's very unique. So I've been collecting Ryobi tools for quite a while, years now, 4 years I've been collecting Ryobi tools, yep. And the batteries are still the same. Let's go have a look at the glue gun and other stuff. So here it is. The Ryobi 1 Plus system. It's an 18 volt battery system. Have some of the batteries here. This is a 4 amp hour. Also have one of the newer 5 amp hour. Have a way smaller. This is one of the batteries that usually comes with a tool. It's one of the smaller tools, 1.3 amp hour battery. And yeah, these has been the same for all the years. I here have my drill. A really awesome brushless cordless drill, and this battery that is on here is the original first battery that I got when I started collecting Ryobi tools. And the really neat thing about this lithium ion technology, that well, all the good tools use that nowadays. Back in the days when we were using these lithium, calcium, nickel, metal hydrate, whatever, when you had your drill sitting for a couple of months, well, you could start up by charging it. This one I haven't had in the charger for probably a month, and the battery is still all full. So that's the really cool feature about this lithium ion battery things. You can leave the batteries for a good amount of time and you will still have power to run when you want to. I do keep them charged up because suddenly you need a tool, and you kind of always just need it now. So it's best to have charged batteries. It's really not good to discharge the batteries and just let them sit around, because then the cells might actually degrade more, and also to a point where you will have a lot of difficulties charging the battery again, because here is a charger. And it's not the brightest thing in the world. It's like you put in the battery and it checks the battery. If it sees a good voltage on the battery, well, it will start charging it. If it's outside of what the charger thinks is okay, it will just give you some error message. I did a video where I relived a battery that had been sitting discharged for too long. It was not a big deal, but it's kind of irritating. You have to take the battery apart and stuff. So when you drain the battery, put it in the charger and charge it up, and then just put it aside. And it will actually keep up a charge for the next time you need to use that battery. Let's go on to the glue gun here. This is not a sponsored video. Well, it's sponsored by my family because this was a birthday present. So I saw this was coming. My cousin told me that Ryobi had done a glue gun, and to start with, it was not available here in Denmark. I was in and checked. A couple of months later, they actually had it, but I waited a little bit longer to get it. 3 years warranty, very nice. And this is from ryobitools.eu for Europe. So they have different marketing strategies around the world. So we get also, it has a product number here. This is an R18GLU. That's probably for glue -0. And that might not be the number that it has in other parts of the world. Back here, it tells us that that 2.5 amp hour battery will be able to do 30 sticks. These glue sticks, that's a lot. There's only 12 in here. So that will be over 2 packages of those, and a 5 amp hour will be able to do 60. It's very reasonable because it more or less, this is just a heating element, and a heating element, well, it uses the power very evenly. So if you just press through sticks, that makes sense. 18 volts, 3mm nozzle here. Yeah, the thickness of these glue sticks is 11mm. It needs 3 minutes to heat up, is what I am reading from this. And then this weighs 0.39 kilograms, 3 years of warranty. Awesome. Different languages and stuff here, so very cool. This comes without a battery, and that means that you get a good tool for a decent amount of money, because you have already purchased the batteries, and the battery prices, these batteries are quite expensive. They hold a lot of power, so you pay a premium price. Here in the EU, and especially here in Denmark where I live, these are very expensive. I envy when I watch these on Amazon in the US. They are so cheap over there. I can get like 3 of these batteries for the price that I need to pay for 1 over here. So I envy that. So let's unwrap this, see what we get. Not much to it, I hope. I think this comes up from the top. Yeah, they do not want people to get into that before you purchased it. Yeah, there's no way to return that and say that, well, I haven't had it out of the box, I just don't need it. It's totally wasted when you get that open. So, let's see. We have a security thingy here down in the box. Don't steal it, they have put in thingies. So we get the usual oh, it comes with 11mm sticks. Awesome. Let's see. This is the evil thing. They tell us about all the things that we now can get. I usually have a Ryobi tool or 2 on my wish list for my birthday and for Christmas. So so that way I always have some birthday wishes, which when you come up to my age can be a problem. What do you want for Christmas or birthday? Well, just pick one of these and see, oh, what could be nice, what could be nice. And as you already had the batteries, well, the tools are not ridiculously high priced. I can't very well go and say that I want something very expensive, then my family will disown me. But yeah, there's a lot of nice tools that I could wish for, well, Christmas is coming, so I might go pick something. I really would like to try a nailer from Ryobi's. I might go find out which one of those would suit my needs best. Never mind. It comes with 2 of those. I have no idea why there is 2. Redundant solution, I guess. 2 might be a bit overdoing it. Then we have the usual thing here, service. Where can you get this serviced? If a tool like this breaks outside of warranty, I don't think you should invest much in trying to fix it. If you can take it apart and find the error by yourself, well, okay, that's fine. But sending it to a service center when it's outside of warranty, don't do that. If it fails within warranty, well, you deliver it back to the store where you bought it and tell them that it's broke. Then there's a manual in multiple languages: English, French, Dutch, Espanol, Italy, Netherlands, Portuguese, Danish, Swedish, Finnish, Norwegian, Russian, Polish, CS. Would that be Czech Republic and maybe Slovak? No, SL must be Slovakia. UK. Oh, there are multiple languages. There is usually nothing interesting in them. The really interesting part is here. So we need to find out how this works. It has a switch. I was not prepared for that. Have to figure out what that switch does. Okay, I believe it's just the power on and off switch. You should hope that they had put in some safety, that when it's not, it would be smart if it had not been used, like your screen, if it had not been used in some amount of minutes, that it would shut down by itself. I have no idea if that's the case. Glue gun! Cool. So let's put this in the end of it. That goes in there. Whee! Cool. and we need a battery for it. What should we pick? 4 amp hour, that should be sufficient. And it has been used, that's for sure. So let's pop that in. And we can turn it on. Oh, it lights up. It tells me that it's on. Awesome. So I have some batteries here. We did a project where we were fixing a battery, fixing a DeWalt tool. So I thought that I would just try and glue some of those together just to try it. Kind of just like play that we're gonna make a battery pack. I feel that would be a pretty easy test to do. Just kind of make a battery pack out of those and see how easy that is to work with. So how should we do that? Probably something like that. Just make believe that it's a battery pack. That should be good. I think this is really good because the casing of these is carbon, and I would hope that the glue would stick very well to that. We'll wait a little bit for it to heat up, and then we'll glue those together. I cheated a little bit. I did not expect this to be able to run through yet, so I pressed it, and it actually it went in further. So I cheated you from that. So now I think it's in here where it's actually getting heated. So more or less it will have a stick inside of there. So it's not gonna be long before I have to put in the next stick, and then there will be quite a lot of glue inside the machine ready to get out. Oh, there we are. So let's glue some batteries. It's definitely nice and hard. Was that one too many? I don't know. Got carried away there. So that one, okay, we need to have that on 2 surfaces then to get a good connection over here. Okay, now we can do 3 surfaces. That's a lot of glue. We are already on the first stick. I'm sure everybody knows how this works, but well, you just stick in the next glue thing here, and you should. Oh, I probably have to press it in once again when I use it, but well, that's how you do that. So there is a little bit about the bottom here. It's difficult to get room for the battery here, so you have to put it on the side sometimes. This is not gonna come apart. So I got carried away with the bottom here. There's an extra battery there that it was intended to put up here. So let's check if it glued together. Bring it out here and see if we can take this apart. Yeah, it is possible. No, it's just the cardboard that is giving away. The glue is okay. So we're gonna put that there instead. So if we put that there, we have 2 surfaces. We have one here. So we can put that there. So I do actually have some old glue guns. This was my very first glue gun. I remember buying this for like birthday money when I was like 10 or 11 or something like that. And it has been working okay. It's a 15 watt glue gun, but it uses 6mm sticks. And those are not as common as the 11mm ones. So later, I don't think I bought this. I think I inherited this from my neighbor that passed away. So I inherited this old glue gun, but it uses 11mm glue sticks like the new one, And these glue stick I have of course purchased. These are usually, it's a really good idea to find them on a good offer, and these ones I remember buying at Lidl when they were next to nothing. If you buy them at the wrong time and place, you can pay a fortune for them, but the quality of the glue can be very different. Some of it becomes very hard and some of it becomes, well, kind of soft. Like this one, it's very bendy, the one that we took off, and some of the other ones will be very hard. I'm gonna keep this one around, but I think I will retire the little one. So another Ryobi tool for the collection, the glue gun. I can't say this enough. I am very happy with these little Ryobi tools. I don't think these are professional tools, but they're very good for the handyman at home. That I might be using this twice a year, so I don't need a glue gun that costs $200. I need something that, well, has a good value for the money that it costs. I actually don't know what this costs yet. I will make sure to link it in the description down there, because this was a gift and I didn't go check. So I think it's about $50. It might be way less in the US because you get everything so cheap over there. So yeah, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see everything else than Ryobi tools as well. Have a nice day. Bye.